Hi and welcome to our channel. It's Jennifer today. I am headed out on my way to see the traveling exhibition of the Eucharistic Miracles that Carlo Acutis put together. Blessed Carlo. So I am super excited about that. Kate can't come. She got called into work. The exhibition hours are limited. We tried every which way to figure out how can she get there with me, but anyway, it's too good to pass up. So I'm headed out. Let's go. So I'm really excited to see this exhibition. I've wanted to see it for quite a while now. I always talk to my confirmation and catechism classes about Blessed Carlo because, you know, he's a millennial saint and I can't believe that it's in our area. Kate would yell at me for talking while I'm driving, but I'm actually only going about 10 miles an hour here in a very quiet stretch of the neighborhood, and I'm turning off the camera now. So it was about a 35 to 40 minute highway drive to get to the church hosting the event. So maybe a mini Catholic road trip. A friend of mine volunteered to come with me since Kate couldn't. So that was great. And here we are just approaching the church. It's very beautiful, the grounds, headed in to see the exhibit. The first thing you see walking in the door is this sign reminding you that this is all real. All these events actually happened. So that's cool. And then here's just an overview of the setup. You see the display, and then in the far corner there was a movie going about the life of Blessed Carlo. And then I really enjoyed browsing the book table. All these books about Blessed Carlo Acutis, I had never seen these in real life before, so it was really fun to be able to get my hands on them and look through them. I did see this one, Eucharistic Miracles of the World. That looks like a fantastic reference. Really cool pictures on the inside. I don't know, I might have to track down a copy of this to add to our Catholic home library. And this was a really nice touch. They had a scavenger hunt sheet for younger kids, although I have to say these questions were really hard and you could definitely challenge yourself filling this out as you walk through the exhibit. So here is an up close of part of the display. The little lamb signs are part of the scavenger hunt, but here is St. Clare, my confirmation saint. I was excited to see her in the exhibit. There's so many, of course. Lanciano is probably one of the most famous, but a lot of these we had never heard of before. So it was just so cool to read about them all. And here is Miss Rosie, my friend who came with me. We have a lot of fun together. We go on a lot of Catholic adventures together. The pictures and the detail, all the love and attention put into this exhibit, it was just really amazing. I was just saying here that it was so cool to be here and to be able to see it all. There was a relic of Carlo Acutis there that his mother actually created from some of his hair, and it was in a reliquary that you could pick up. You could really get a good look at it. You could touch different objects to it like holy cards or medals so that they would become third-class relics. So that was really cool. We definitely did not know about this. We weren't expecting it. Added bonus. I definitely had a few favorites from the exhibit. This one involving Saint Satyrus. He was the brother of Saint Ambrose. I'm telling you, I did not even know Saint Ambrose had a brother, but he was able to save himself from being shipwrecked by the power of the Holy Eucharist. And in this town, Granero, there was a terrible fire that was going to burn up the whole town, but a very smart friar took the holy monstrance and held up the Eucharist, and immediately the flames went out. So that was a really cool story as well. This one involves St. Thomas Aquinas. He had been writing a document about the Holy Eucharist, and when he was done, Jesus appeared to him and said, "Good job, Thomas, well done." So I can imagine that St. Thomas breathed a large sigh of relief. You know, Jesus approved my document, I'm good. Teresa Newman lived on nothing but the Holy Eucharist for over 40 years. She lived in Germany during World War II, and she was the only woman in the world that Adolf Hitler was afraid of. She had so many gifts and graces that she was rallying the German Catholics against him, so he was always trying to kill her off. Amazing story. This was a really neat one from India in 2001, so fairly recent. An image of Christ wearing his crown of thorns appeared in a consecrated host, and many people saw it. Don't you wish you could have been there? This is a really fun one with St. Germain Cousin. When she needed to get to Mass, the river was too high and she couldn't cross it. So, the waters just miraculously parted for her to get to Mass. Way to go, Jesus. And last but not least, you gotta love this story. A priest celebrating his very first Mass spilled the precious blood. Oh no, you had one job, right? He must have been nervous. But in any case, the stain of the blood on the chasuble was never washed out. No one could get the stain removed, so now it is venerated and it still exists to this day. And of course, on the way out, we said goodbye to the Blessed Mother. That was so cool. It was definitely well worth the 30-minute drive to get there to see the whole exhibition, the display. We were also able to take holy cards and rosaries and touch them to the relic of Carlo Acutis. So I was able to touch my miraculous medal and my Saint Benedict medal to it, and also a couple of holy cards. So that was really cool. We were there for, an hour and a half, a good hour and a half, I would say. And there were people in there who had been there for over 2 hours. Really, if you had the time, you could just stay there for hours and hours and read about all the different miracles. The only thing I didn't like about the way the exhibit was set up was that there was that movie of his life playing in the background, which was an excellent movie, but it was very loud and it was a little bit hard to concentrate on reading about the different Eucharistic miracles while that was going on in the background. And I guess ideally you would show the movie in a separate room from the exhibit, but they probably didn't have that extra space, but they did have refreshments. So yay. Anyway, so thanks for coming with me. And if you ever get the chance to go and see the exhibit, it is worth your time. It was beautiful. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you next time. Bye.